So, sir, moving to our next question.
Yeah.
So, very few people know how our medicines are prepared. So, those who've taken our medicines do know that they're sweet. So, and also it's pretty intriguing that something as sweet can actually be medicinal. So, very few people know that we add medicines and how exactly that's done and how we derive our medicines as well.
Yeah.
So, how would you tell them how exactly our medicines are prepared and how we dispense our medicines?
Yes. See, homeopathy has a whole lot of medications in this armamentarium, right? Practically about 4,000 medicines.
Correct.
Now, coming to the basic your question, the tincture of the medicine or the essence of, let us say, if it's a plant, the plant tincture is taken and that is processed, right? Processed through some kind of preservative. Water is not a good preservative, hence a ethanol of 95% alcohol was used to prepare the medicine, right? Because it also acts as a preservative and preparation. We have two methods of preparation. One is called as a succussion. That is when 99% of alcohol is mixed with 1% of the drug and it is given a hard shake. It releases its inherent capacities, inherent potentiality to your drug. So, and that is subsequently made into other potencies. That is one part of it. And in those drugs which are non-soluble, we have a method wherein it is called as a trituration. Trituration is a process where you mix a inert substance like a milk sugar, a purified milk sugar, with an addition of the drug, and it is suckered. When you do that succussion, it then becomes a potency. There is a proportion, right? There is a proportion for preparation. And these are prepared in the form of, the alcohol is prepared in the form of sugar pills. The cane sugar pill, purified cane sugar, because that is easier to introduce, easier to take, and fast to act, rapid to act. Similarly, the sugar milk also is prepared into tablets, discates, and so on, and that is dispensed. And of course, some tinctures are also directly given in some conditions, in a diluted form. Yeah.
Yes. So, sir, now every system of medicine has its own limitations.
Right.
So, what exactly would you say are the limitations of our homeopathic system of medicine?
Right. Probably we should have thought about the advantages. But however, having asked the question, I have to answer. The thing would be, let us say, if it is a mechanical injury, right? Now, this is not something, a disease. Or if it is, let us say, some pure surgical conditions, right? Or in emergency situation. In emergency, if the person has lost a lot of blood and all, what is required is replenishing the blood. So the medicines cannot produce the blood in such an accelerated manner. So these are some of the conditions where we can say that we have limitations. In some advanced conditions, tertiary cases and all that. Now there are ventures in hospitals also, along with homeopathic medicine. And we have seen a phenomenal improvement.
True. So, sir, you could also tell our viewers what exactly the advantages are and where, in which places, in which kind of conditions that they can actually turn to homeopathy. Of course, in everything apart from what you just said.
Right. See, I think all systems of medicine have their advantages and similarly their limitation as well. So we have to understand in which cases what system suits best.
Correct.
Now coming to homeopathy, homeopathy has an advantage of treating from a neophyte, right from the newborn to the terminal curve, right? And a vast expansion, and whether it's an acute or a chronic condition, there is a vast range of medicine and experience is there. And experience has proved that it is effective as equally as any other system of medicine, right? So people can contact, and the physician will be able to highlight them, understand the individual case, because individualization is a speciality of only homeopathy.
Yes, true, very true.
It treats the man, not just the disease. Man in disease, right? And man in health also.
Correct.
So that's a speciality.
So people should go to their homeopathic physician. They can't treat themselves, especially when it comes to homeopathy.
See, self-medication always has some limitations. So you may gather information from Google or whatever, some books and so on and so forth. But in chronic conditions, it can prove adverse. So I would recommend that it is advisable for any sensible patient to approach a suitable, qualified, well-learned, committed
Yes,
homeopath.
exactly.